President, thank you everybody for being here, and I want to extend our appreciation for everybody who came to our reception. It's so nice to see so many people out here. I want to start out tonight kind of on a somber note with remembering and publicly expressing condolences of the district to the family of Ivan Nunez. Ivan was a fifth grader at Tres Rios who drowned in a tragic accident at his home last month. And school and staff, district social workers have been coordinating services both at school and with the family. Representatives from Phoenix Fire and Aquatics recently gave a presentation on water safety at Tres Rios. The student council is purchasing a tree and a plaque for the front of the school and working on a fundraiser for the family. Our hearts go out to his family and friends. And it serves to remind us all our relationships with each other are the most important things in our lives. All right, recently we held our last coffee talk for the school year at the Welcome Center, and that included speakers from the City of Avondale Library, Care First Avondale, and Child Help. They shared information about activities and programs parents can enroll their children in this summer. If you were interested, there's a summer reading program offered at the Avondale Library, and Read On Arizona is promoting having our children read at least 20 minutes each day for kids in the audience, 20 minutes each day this summer. I also want to let everybody know that we're partnering with the United Way and Southwest Food Service Excellence to support the SNAP program. United Way volunteers will be at our summer feeding program at Quinton Elementary, and they'll provide assistance with online applications for SNAP, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Families who qualify can receive assistance up to $1,200 a month to buy healthy food. You may have noticed fence banners going up around the schools. The Communications Committee has been working on campaign materials to help spread the word in our community about the great things happening in the Littleton District, and we're now promoting the starting school date, as well as our commitment to the arts, music, physical education, technology. All of those things are supported by voter overrides in our district, as well as extra days of learning. So soon you'll see banners on our buses, and we're going to put on our last big push for kindergarten enrollment and orientation. I just returned from the ASA conference where I presided as association president. We had some interesting speakers. Probably the most provocative was Dr. David Berliner, talking about his latest book, 50 Myths and Lies That Threaten America's Public Schools, A Real Crisis in Education. The book sections include myths, hoaxes, and outright lies about public schools, about who does the best job, us, charters, or private schools, or Finland, about teachers in the teaching profession, about how to make our nation's schools better, about how our nation's schools are paid for and how equitable they aren't, and finally about the idea of making all of our students career and college ready. He concludes rigor is the new code word for segregation, and that the choice movement has resegregated American schools to pre-civil rights era levels, both by income and by race. Dr. Berliner said there's one clear conclusion from the data, and that is there is a well-financed effort to destroy public schools and privatize the multi-billion-dollar market so they can make money off this system. If you care about public education and the well-being of our communities, you'll want to get this book so you have information to call people out who spread these lies. One common myth is that money doesn't matter. Detractors who, by the way, want to get their hands on that money cite examples of well-funded systems with poor results as evidence for their claims, but according to a paper from the National Bureau of Economic Research, spending increases correlate to better graduation and economic outcomes. They found that, and I quote, in districts that substantially increased their spending result of court-ordered changes in school finance. Low-income children were significantly more likely to graduate from high school, earn livable wages, and avoid poverty in adulthood. So let me get back to some things happening right here in our district. As Ms. Sausnick mentioned, both the annual art show and the superintendent's concert were held last month. The art show and reception was at the Avondale Civic Center Library, and the concert was La Jolla Community High School Performing Arts Building. The district partnered with the West Valley Arts Council to share an amazing array of talents of our students. The art reception included entertainment and featured local artists with hands-on art activities. There were over 500 pieces of student artwork ranging from one-dimensional paper and pencil to poetry and weaving. The artwork of 12 students was selected to be purchased by the district to expand our district display here. And we want to thank La Jolla especially for the use of their facilities, and they provided food with their culinary arts program at the art show, which was very nice. We're also wrapping up an exceptional year for technology projects. We've upgraded our wireless network security systems and phones and delivered the most ambitious deployment of one-to-one devices for our students. This year, over 700 students in 29 classrooms worked with laptops both at school and at home. We've just finished collecting equipment and are proud to say that our teachers, students, and families cared for our resources with great pride. The students were sad to say goodbye to their laptops for the summer, and they're looking forward to working with them when they return again in about 6 or 7 weeks. Another year of our sports program has come to an end. The Collier Coyotes took home the softball championship. They started off. Now listen, they started the playoff at the bottom seed. But when they defeated Country Place in the first round, they earned an opportunity to play the number 1 seed Tres Rios Elementary School. And the Coyotes did the unthinkable and defeated the 7-1 Pumas to advance to the championship game, facing the number 2 Sharks. Collier and Quinton have met in the championship in girls basketball, volleyball, and softball. Collier pulled out the win over the Sharks again. Estrella Vista Hawks completed their perfect 10-0 season. This is baseball with the boys. By bringing home the baseball championship, the Hawks took down the Collier Coyotes and defeated the Country Place Mustangs in a super competitive game. So congratulations to those people. To wrap up the sports season, Littleton Athletics Department wants to acknowledge some outstanding contributions this year. School Pride Award goes to the Collier Coyotes. In the West Division, Girls Coach of the Year is Josephine Cienfuegos. Did I say that right? All right. Also a Collier. The Boys Coach of the Year, Corey Languel at Estrella Vista. In the East Division, the Girls Coach of the Year is Roberta Garcia at Quinton, and the Boys Coach of the Year is Aaron Johnson from Tres Rios. Congratulations to them. We'd like to express special thanks to Richard Shore and Sherry Love for their donation of tablets for drawing for students' perfect attendance, to Margaret Schulke for scholarship funds for Collier students, to Tony Harrison for stationery for Collier staff, to the Virginia G. Piper Charitable Trust for their donation of funds back to school clothing for our students, and to Valley Schools Management Group for their donation for employee recognition coming up later this week. And that's all I have this evening.
Right.